Hello, Danny Gamble, July 10th, 2020, in the midst of COVID still. I'm just going to do a quick little video, and I'm going to relate to COVID because God knows we could use a little bit of humor, couldn't we? So, I have thoughts, obviously, all the time. And one of my thoughts lately has been, everyone's talking about the people that are missed. And so I got three subjects here, I guess. I'm going to have the people that have a lot of money that are really out there whining that people won't come back and work for their $15 an hour, put in 160 hours in their month, 40 hours a week, and to come up with basically about the same. And some say, well, it's a little bit more, Dan. It's a little bit, well, it isn't, because, if you work 160 hours, that means every day you're traveling to and from work, so you've got transit or car expenses, and meals and coffees and things like that. So no, it's pretty much the exact same. And it just goes to show you how underpaid people are, and that's at a raise 15. I remember it was down around 10, 8. I think when I started out in life it was 350. So yeah, at the end of the day, don't whine about people that you're underpaying and basically giving slave wages to. That they have to have another job or two just to pay their rent and eat, and you've trained them. You've literally trained them to live on very little money. So you've actually made them COVID ready. Your own fault. So yeah, get your hours back for them. Maybe give them a raise. Maybe pay them a living wage. And quit putting so much in your own coffers, and share a little bit of that greed money that you keep hoarding. I gotta hoard it. I gotta have more than my buddies when I go golfing with them, right? I was also thinking about how there's some people that have been missed, and I don't know what the government can do about it, because a lot of these people that have been missed, obviously they probably make more than the 5,000 in a year, but it's hard for them to claim it. We've all heard about restaurant people and their tips and stuff like that. But what about, I think I might have said this one in the past. I'm going to double it up anyways. And pickpocketers. I mean, that's a whole industry, and at 6 feet distance, it's just not working for them. And every time they try to get a little closer, hey, get back! You're within my space. So they're kind of hooped, and that's an industry that's been around from the beginning of time. And then, of course, the number one industry of all time, been around forever, is prostitution. How the hell does a prostitute make a living right now? And of course, they weren't putting down on their, their T4s. So, oh, I'm a prostitute, so here, government, here should tax money on this, because obviously it's illegal practice. But yeah, it's out there. It's been around forever, and probably always will, because there's people that are lonely and sad, and there's people that think, well, I can provide a service and I don't care, and I make good money at it. So, I mean, there's that's the attitude of a lot of people out there, and I'm not saying I'm one. I haven't actually decided to go that route, but who knows? I'm getting older. It might be my only choice, and 5, 10 years from now, it might be, if I ever want to have a happy birthday, I might just have to say hi, dial a happy birthday. So yeah. So anyways, I was watching a show, and they were showing this lady who had invented this, was basically a way to hug her grandchildren. So it's out there, so I'm sure you can find it if you haven't already seen it. And she puts her hands in through this plastic stuff she's made, and I'm thinking, well, there you go. You can work for prostitutes too, right? You could have this big plastic thing, and we're a protection, and I guess, what are those called? Glory holes, or no? Those holes where you go to a peep show or whatever, and they have holes in the wall. I guess those could be working right now, double time. Maybe there should be more of those being put up. You could put them in community locations. Oh, ouch. All right, just having a little fun. Yeah, so COVID, well done, Canada. Keep it up. You're doing so much better in the States, and so scary having them next door, because if they were smarter, we could get our borders open sooner, and all have holidays and stuff that we like to do down there and they like to do up here. For the economy, it would be great. But man, they're a mess. So because they're a mess, I'm supporting 100% that we keep the borders closed. And I hope they get their act together. There's a lot of, actually, I got some relatives down there. There's a lot of great people down there that are just, not in good situations. And then there's a bunch of yahoos that need to actually, reel it in, boys and girls. It's your country's looking pretty shameful in the world. All right, take care. Cheers. Bye.